Mid-State Pools and Spas knows pools, in-ground pools to above-ground pools. Mid-State Pools and Spas has over 35 years in the industry, building more than 3,000 pools. Now, we build all our own pools, never subcontracting to work out. So if you're ready to build a pool, renovate a pool, or you need weekly maintenance or liner replacement with a full 20-year warranty, call the professionals at Mid-State Pools and Spas. Visit our showroom today at 2273 Veterans Boulevard in Dublin and see the new line of Marquee Spas. For the ultimate in hot tub experiences, choose Marquee Spas. Also see our new selection of casual patio furniture, available now at our showroom, Mid-State Pools and Spas, where we know pools.
Today I have the privilege of introducing our speaker about something that those of us that dye our hair gray might be interested in. It's Mr. Tim Quigley, who's the operations supervisor of the Social Security Administration. Tim has been with Social Security for 17 years. He's a native of Illinois, or as you all say down here, Illinois. He's been in Dublin for 11 years and resides in Vidalia. He's married to Yvonne. They have 2 children. In their spare time, they like to travel. And also, Tim was a 24-year veteran of the Air Force. So if you will, please give a warm welcome to Mr. Tim Quigley.
Okay, thank you, Larry, for that introduction. Just real quick about my office here. I think we have the best Social Security office there is. Troy can attest to that because he calls us all the time. Good work, Congressman. We have a very experienced staff here in the Dublin office. So if I say something today, if there's something you're thinking about or you have questions about, there is a little card on each table. It has our 1-800 number on it, plus it has the local Social Security, our Dublin office number on there. Or if you stop by, you can just, I know Tim. We'll bring you in the back door because we can't let you cut in front of the people. But anyways, this morning I'm going to cover 10 myths about Social Security. Myth number 1, I don't have to plan for my retirement. Social Security will take care of me. That's not what Social Security was established for. Social Security in 2018 replaces approximately 40% of the average worker's income. I say average because high wage earners, it's not going to replace 40% of their income. In the year 2018, the average Social Security retirement check is $1,404. And for the Dublin area, it's actually going to be a little bit less than that, because we're taking the whole country into consideration. So it's a little bit less here in the Dublin area. If you are a high wage income worker, in 2018, the maximum benefit anybody could get, even if they made $1 million a year their entire life, is $2,788. So again, Social Security is supposed to be a part of your retirement plan. It was also supposed to include a pension plan, but as we all know, pension plans, a lot of companies don't offer those anymore. Then, of course, there's the 401k plan, and then an individual's own savings plan. But unfortunately, a lot of Social Security recipients, this is their only income that they have. So I'm sure Congressman Allen hears it all the time, when are we going to get bigger raises? I cannot live off my Social Security. And it's unfortunate, there's how much they're going to get is based on how much they made over their lifetime. So if you're a lower wage earner, your benefit's going to be lower. So, myth number 2, the Social Security check is based on my last 5 years of work, or is it my high 3 years? It's neither of those. It's your 35 highest years of earnings is what we use to come up with your monthly computation or monthly benefit. give you an example, an individual came in and filed this week. And what we do is we index your earnings to 2 years prior to when you file. So in this individual's case, in 1980, he grossed $6,803.05. So we index those earnings to what they would be in the year 2016. And that came out to $24,095.86. So that's the actual amount we'll use when we do his computation. We don't use the 1980 amount, we use that index amount. Myth number 3, Social Security is only a retirement program. Definitely false. Approximately 70% of all Social Security recipients are receiving a retirement check. However, there's also a program for people who are permanently disabled. They can get a check. There's widows and widowers benefits. There's spouses benefits. And there's also children's benefits. I can't go into a lot of that because this will take a long time to cover all those, but at the end of this, I will be hanging around, so if you have some individual questions, please come up and see me. But it's more than just a retirement program. Myth number 4, Social Security will not be there when I retire. Who's all heard that it's going to go broke and I'm never going to get any? Okay. It was just revised again in 2018. And as of 2018, everybody who's receiving a Social Security benefit will receive 100% of what they're supposed to get through the year 2034. Now, I hate to say this, Congressman Allen, but if Congress doesn't act, and I know they're trying to make some changes and adjust it, so we'll go out further, but if nothing is done come 2035, 79% of everybody's benefit will still be able to be paid, okay? But again, I know they are looking into ways to try to get Social Security shored up, so it will continue to be a viable program for everybody. Okay, myth number 5. Someone told me that it's always best to take Social Security at the earliest date possible. That's probably not the best thing to do. However, we have people come into our office and they do not have a job. They have no money in the bank. They need income. They're turning 62, so they apply for their Social Security retirement, which is good for them, but you got to remember if you file at age 62, for the most part, you're going to be locked into that benefit the rest of your life, except with the cost of living increases that come out every January. I have a little handout on your tables if you have one, but it just shows you an example how this particular individual at their full retirement age, which is 66 years and 4 months, they would get $1,300 if they waited till full retirement age. But it shows you what they would get at age 62, which would be $953. So that's 27% less than what they could have gotten if they waited till their full retirement age. And then if you look on this chart, what happens is if you don't start drawing your Social Security retirement at your full retirement age, every month that you wait, it goes up. So eventually, in this individual's case, if he waited or she waited till age 70, they would get $1,681 a month. So obviously, the longer you can wait to draw your Social Security, the better off you're going to be because your amount's going to be higher.
Dr. Holzman, he's straight up. He don't pull no punches. He's honest with you. He's very professional. And he makes sure you understand what's going on. If you don't ask a question, he will ask you to ask a question because he wants you to be in the know, and I appreciate that about him. They show you exactly what to do. They make it kind of fun, and it's a breeze, really. It could be hard, but they make it easy.
Okay, myth number 6. I can go to work and still collect my full Social Security benefit. Well, it's yes and no. If you are at your full retirement age, you can make as much money as you want and draw your Social Security benefit. If you're under your full retirement age, then there is a limit. In the year 2018, that limit is $17,040. So you can make up to that and still get a check every month of the year. If you go over that amount, we withhold $1 in benefits for every $2 that you went over that. Now, if you are in what's called your full retirement age year, the amount that you can make goes up substantially to, in 2018, it's $45,360. And then again, once you hit full retirement age, there is no limit as to how much you can make. Now, as far as your full retirement age goes, was anybody born before 1943? If you're willing to raise your hand, but okay, nobody is. So I didn't think so. So if you were born between 1943 and 1954, your full retirement age is 66. If you were born in 1955, it's 66 in 2 months. And it keeps going up in 2-month increments until you were born in 1960 or later, and then the full retirement age is going to be 67. So you can keep that in mind for your planning in the future as to how much you may get and when you can start drawing. Myth number 7. When my 3 ex-wives or husbands get through collecting my Social Security, there'll be nothing left for me. That is false. Everybody has an amount that they're eligible for on their Social Security record. No matter what, you get your benefit. Now, if you have ex-spouses, they can draw on your record, but they will never lessen what you receive. And that is the only time that you can have a lot of people drawing on your record, and everybody's going to get paid the same amount when it comes to spouses. Because everybody has a maximum benefit that's available on your Social Security record. So you get what's coming to you, and then what's ever left over, if you have a spouse or you have children, they start receiving what's also available on your record. But now when it comes to spouses or ex-spouses, even if you did have 3 ex-spouses, all 3 of them are going to get the maximum that's available on your record, even though it may be over that maximum that's allowable for most benefits. For ex-spouses, it's not. Okay? So if you have an ex-spouse, they can draw off your record. As a matter of fact, if you have an ex-spouse and you were married to them for more than 10 years, that's the rule, they're going to be eligible for benefits off your record. And this ex-spouse, let's say they're living in California, you're at least age 62, they're turning age 62, they can go to a Social Security office out there in California, provide you the marriage certificate and the divorce decree, and they will start drawing benefits off your record and you will not even know it. Because it's an entitlement that they're eligible for. Again, it will not impact you at all, but they can still draw off your record. Okay, myth number 8, that Social Security letter that I get is always accurate. Well, for a lot of you in here, remember we used to mail out that statement to you yearly. It showed what your earnings have been up until that point. Well, we stopped doing that back in 2014. And then we started mailing them out at 25 years old, 30, 35, so on and so forth, up to age 60. But we've stopped doing that also. Now what we do is if you are age 60 or older and you are not getting a Social Security benefit and you do not have a My Social Security account set up, we will mail you that statement showing what your earnings have been. Now, when you get that statement, it's really important to look at it, or if you have a My Social Security account, you can also go into your account and it will show you what your earnings have been over your entire lifetime. So if you started working at the age of 16, let's say you're 60 now, it's going to show every year how much you made in those years. Now, you want to look at it closely because sometimes you may look and, let's say, all of a sudden you look at it and it shows 2001, you have no earnings. Well, you know you worked in 2001. So if you contact us, we'll tell you what you need to do to try to get those earnings put back on your record. It's usually best if you have a W-2 or if you have your income tax return from that year. We can use those. There's some other things we can do for you also. So look for that. Also look and see the earnings that you made, especially people maybe who worked for 2 employers in a particular year. Maybe one employer reported your earnings, but the other employer didn't. So again, you know you made $50,000 in 2010, but it's only showing 30. So again, contact us, and again, we can help you figure out what the problem is and what we can do to help you. Unfortunately, there are times that we cannot help you. The burden of proof falls on the individual. So they have to bring that to us. We can try to find it, especially if the previous employer that you had, you knew it's called an EIN number, the employee identification number. We can use that number and look to see if you did have earnings, because sometimes employers in a particular year, your Social Security number was off by 1 digit that year. So it goes into this suspense file. But if we have the EIN number, we can go in there and find those earnings and fix it and put them on your record. So if you haven't been looking at that, and if you don't have a My Social Security account, I recommend you get one so you can do that. Now, you can request from the Social Security Administration that they mail you a copy of your earnings record. But you cannot call the 1-800 number, you cannot call the local office. You have to go to ssa.gov, and it will tell you how to order one of those paper copies. But again, nobody else can help you. You have to get it from our website. Myth number 9, they raised my retirement age to 67, and of course that's for people born in 1960 or later, and now I have to wait longer to retire and get Medicare. That is false. Even though the full retirement age continues to go up, you can still always draw your retirement check starting at the age of 62. But again, like I showed you before, the earlier you start drawing, you're going to be locked into that amount. Okay? So again, you can always start drawing at age 62. There was no change at all to the entitlement to Medicare. It is still the age of 65. No changes there. Myth number 10, as a personal investment plan, Social Security is a raw deal. Well, Social Security, again, was never set up to be a personal investment plan. When it was established by President Roosevelt back in the 30s, there was a reason for it. The Great Depression was going on, and so he wanted to have some kind of retirement or money available for people as they progress older in life. So that's one of the reasons why it was created. And it was basically, back then it was for like an anti-poverty program. At least there would be something available for people when they got older. Okay? Now, with Social Security, today, it used to be there was 5 workers for each Social Security recipient. With the baby boomers now hitting age 62 and starting to draw, it takes 3 workers for one Social Security recipient. In about 15 years, it's going to take 2 workers for one person to get their retirement benefit. So it keeps going down. And you got to remember too, when Social Security was established back in the 30s, the average lifespan was around 67 years old. Of course, we know nowadays it's way above that, so people are living a lot longer, so that keeps putting a drain on the Social Security Trust Fund. But again, with the economy going the way it is, and what Congressman Allen was saying, the more workers there are, the more money goes into the trust fund. So like I said, in 2018, it was revised that Social Security could pay full benefits till 2034. If the economy keeps going the way it is, next year it could jump up to 2037 or 2040, because it does fluctuate from year to year depending on what the economy is doing. Okay. That is pretty much it. Oh, good? Okay.